Yay, da da da, ya da 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 da. Yay, ya da da, ya da 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 da. Ya da 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 da. Ya da da ya da 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 dum. Ay ya 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 da da dum. Yay, ya da da, ya da 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 da. Ya ya da da, ya da 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 dum. Yay, yada-da, yada-da, yada-da-da-dum. Yay, yada-da, yada-da-da-da-da. Yay, ay, 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 yada-da-da, yada-da, yada-da-da-da-dum. Ay, 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 yada-da-dum. Yay, yada-da, yada-da, yada-da-dum. Yay, yada-da, yada-da-da-da. Yay, yada-day, yada-day, day-day-day-dum. Yay, yada-day, yada-day, day-day-day-day. Yay, ay, 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 yada-day, yada-day, yada-day-day-day-dum. Yay, day-day, yada-day, yay. Good morning, Boker Tov. We are here in the heat bubble or the heat wave, however your understanding of it is, and it doesn't even feel so bad outside, but I'm sure all of a sudden it will hit us. The breathing, the air quality will be an issue. Everybody will be sweating, but I'm thinking that maybe the storm that we had in our area last night perhaps pushed a little bit of that heat off, but maybe that's just wishful thinking. So here we are with another opportunity to unpack some more Torah, to learn together, and to deepen our understanding of tradition. So this morning, or this week, but this morning's parsha, this morning's and week's Torah portion is Pinchas. And so we ask ourselves a question. And the question is what we leave behind. So in this portion, there are so many transitions. Moses prepares to leave. Joshua is chosen. A new generation stands ready. Offerings, the daily offerings continue, reminding us that holiness is built one day at a time. So this morning's teaching is about the legacy we leave. I was going to say that we weave. And leadership is about what comes after you. How do you set it up? The Dor Vador, from generation to generation, is depicted beautifully in this parsha. So Pinchas contains one of the most moving conversations in Torah. After 40 years of leading the Israelites through the wilderness, Moses learns that he's not going to enter the promised land. Imagine carrying a dream for decades. Imagine sacrificing everything for a journey whose destination you will never personally reach. It would be understandable if Moses became angry or bitter or consumed by disappointment. But instead, Moses does something extraordinary. Well, he's Moses, of course. His first concern is not about himself, it's about the people. He turns to God and says, "Let the eternal God of the spirits of all flesh appoint someone over the community." He doesn't ask for another chance. He doesn't argue his case. He doesn't ask to be remembered. He asks, who's going to take care of them? If it's not me, who is it? And I find this pretty amazing, almost radical. Because in that moment, Moses shows us what leadership really is. Leadership is not about being indispensable. It's about making sure that your work continues after you're gone. For sure, there's a temptation in all areas of life to believe that everything depends on us. That if we don't do it, it won't happen. If we don't carry it, no one else will. But Moses understands something profound. And that is the greatest leaders don't simply build. They prepare others with the ability to build. And that's exactly why Joshua is chosen. Not because he's another Moses. He isn't. Moses is Moses. That's it. He has different strengths, different challenges, different personality, and that's exactly the point. Healthy leadership isn't about creating copies of ourselves. It's about helping others become the fullest version of their own selves. It allows us to think about all the ways we shape the lives around us. Parents know this, teachers know this, grandparents know this, friends know this, mentors know this. In every conversation, there is moments of education. Like every conversation teaches something. Every act of kindness leaves a mark. Every moment of patience or impatience becomes part of someone else's story. So whether we realize it or not, we're always passing something forward. Not only our knowledge, though we do, but our values, our habits, the way we treat other people, our ways of facing challenges is our legacy. I think about so often just something, I mean, there's a million things that come to mind, but something that as I'm saying this comes to mind. So Shani, or Sharon, who has been with our family 30 plus years, I would say is Ellis's primary caretaker. I mean, I am, but she really is. And so since he is born, I want to say, since the early days of, pushing him in the stroller, months old, has a thing about saying hello or greeting people. And also has very strong feelings and opinions about those that don't respond when greetings are exchanged. Because there's no exchange, she can't handle it. So very much at the core of Ellis's being is his ability to greet others. Whether it's even in the shyest of moments where he doesn't know anybody or where he knows everyone, he always walks past somebody and says good morning or hi or waves or something. He acknowledges that somebody else is there. And when they don't, for sure, he will turn and say, that person's so rude. They don't even say hello. And I know that that's directly a result of being taught the right thing to do. So this morning, Ellis goes to camp early, so I came home and the girls were wanting to go out for breakfast. That's 2 days in a row they wanted to do. They wanted to go to Starbucks. So they wanted me to come. They wanted to go in my car. So we went all together with Emma. We went to Starbucks. And I sat there watching them do exactly what they've seen their brother do, doing exactly what we do. They are like the mayors. Every person that came in Starbucks, they're waving and saying hello or good morning or a combination of whatever they're saying. And if we can impart just a piece of who we are into these kids, imagine the impact collectively that we could have on the world. And so that's what we're passing forward. Not just the knowledge, but the values, the habits, the way we treat others, the way we face challenges and keep ourselves together. We often think about legacy being something that people talk about after we're gone. But I always wonder, not even often, I always wonder if legacy is actually something we're creating every single day. And I believe it is. Because every time we encourage someone, every time we forgive, every time we choose compassion over criticism, every time we help someone believe in themselves just a little bit more, those moments don't end when the conversation ends. They continue, they ripple forward, and sometimes in ways we'll never see. One of my favorite things about Moses in this moment, that he trusts the future enough to let someone else lead it. Because that takes humility. It takes faith. It also takes love. Because real love is never about holding on tightly. It's about preparing others to flourish. And I think that's not only true for leadership, it's true for parenting, it's true for teaching, for friendship, for community. We don't measure our lives only by what we accomplish ourselves. We also measure them by what continues because we are here. By the kindness someone extends because we first showed it to them. The confidence that they carry because someone believed in them. The traditions that they continue because someone took the time to teach them. If someone learned how to live simply by watching you, us, together this week, what would they learn? What are you already passing on without even realizing it? And perhaps a deeper question is, who are you helping become ready for what comes next? This week's portion, Pinchas, reminds us that every generation stands on the shoulders of those who came before. Moses didn't enter the promised land, but Joshua did. Not because Moses failed, but because Moses prepared him. May we have the wisdom to invent the future by investing in people as deeply as we invest in projects. May we build lives that inspire others to continue the work. And may the legacy we leave behind not simply be because of our accomplishments, but the goodness, the compassion, and the hope that continue to grow because we were here. When I think about my life, I'm thinking about just what Moses did here. We don't know how far we're going to go. So we can't wait until the end. We need to value and instill and be part and show up in the moments we do have. We are one human family, one heart of abundant love. We love you for sure. Thank you for being here this morning. Bet and Ann, Lita, Jennifer, Elisa, Bonnie, Suze, whoever else is watching. Let's together find blessing in our lives. How are we leading by example? What is humility and faith and love? It is every time we encourage someone, every time we forgive, every time we choose compassion over criticism, and every time we help someone believe in themselves just a little bit more. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai. 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 O Rabbeinu Chai.